There's like a slow merging, and there's a slow merging of crypto with everything else. And the idea is that when actually retail, I mean, there's retail, but still it's actually a small segment of the population that in the world, uses crypto. But when actually max adoption happens, you won't realize that you're using crypto, but you'll be using crypto. And so with video games, the way that blockchains work is that it's so energy intensive, it's going to make it very difficult to sustainably scale. And like, why would you not just use a centralized gaming company? And I mean, there's all sorts of discussions that I could discuss about decentralization of video games and finance and decentralization of everything. But at the end of the day, if you just want to play FIFA, it doesn't make sense to do it on the blockchain. It would be very time intense. I mean, it's
Unless
like
you
not even
want to
possible.
own your custom kicks or something. I don't
Yeah,
even know
and then
how it
having
works.
them as NFTs on blockchains or the then the blurry thing is, I mean, aren't all of the skins that people have in Fortnite also NFTs?
Right.
But they don't own them, and then it's about ownership, and it's about digital items and ownership of digital items, which has it's been going on for a long time. I've had this discussion with my friend. He was purchasing Diablo 2 weapons on BattleNet when we were in seventh grade.
Mm-hmm.
This must have been, you know, there's a World of Warcraft gold to dollars exchange value. And there are Korean people that play World of Warcraft all the time and sell their gold to people for real money. And what is real money anymore? Who, it's all funny money.
Money
Oh,
isn't real,
Monopoly
George.
money. Yeah, yeah.
Money isn't real, George. It's a fractional algorithmic stable coin
uh,
that's over collateralized.
we
Ropstein? Um,
Rothstein or Robstein.
Ropstein.
It's the test network
The test
where it's
network.
like where if you're to play in a video game, you know how they do a beta where they do testing on a separate network where for only a few people. So the merge is going to start being tested.
On, well, they said uh, probably June 8th in typical ETH 2.0 fashion, which could either
You
be
mean
their
like next year?
standard obscurity or maybe it's strategic because on June 7th is when that crypto legislation gets
Yeah,
introduced by
Cynthia Loomis.
Republican out of Wyoming and a bunch of
Yeah.
Bitcoin maxis.
There's
Where
a lot of pressure coming at the midterms that
they're merging crypto with finance,
yeah. No,
essentially.
and the discussions are that it needs to happen in America. And I think that the ruling party at the moment, the Democrats, are a bit nervous that the Republicans are trying to. There's a lot of leveraging going on, and Sam Bankman-Fried is a key player. I believe he donated how many billion last time, or how many million? 600 million to Biden. Sam Bankman-Fried is taking over the world, and if you don't know who he is, you,
He
he's
was
gonna own Earth.
he was hating on Bitcoin though. Like he was saying it's horrible as a global transaction network or something. Even
It's
though
true. It's true.
think of the Silk Road though. Like, come on, it's a global
Well, I
network.
mean, technologically, it's Litecoin, which then got forked into Dogecoin, like is more energy efficient. So we can just cap Dogecoin and use that instead and waste way less energy. Like Bitcoin does. And I mean, this is the proof of work versus proof of stake
Well,
discussion,
I've
which is
heard good things about the Lightning Network.
I've heard good things about the Lightning Network as well. I have. And that was what I was thinking is that it'll be scaled and there will be some sort of like and anyways, giga computing, all of the processors are now doing crypto mining, so eventually there's an arms race until we get,
Yeah.
into equilibrium where we have enough technological power that's going to power feeless transactions and everything will be tracked on a blockchain that everybody will have access to. I mean,
hmm
yeah.
But yeah, so the government is trying to centralize crypto, our wonderful decentralized world, essentially, which could be good or bad, pros and cons. There's something else I was going to say related to that, but I'm completely blanking. Oh, the merge. So back to the ETH 2.0 merge. So about 10% of total supply of Ethereum is currently staked in ETH 2.0. Um, and I believe 30% of that is staked on Lido. So there's fears that they're centralizing the LSD market, liquid staking derivatives.
No, and then what I was telling Aubrey was that Celsius now is only open to accredited investors, and a lot of people pulled their ETH,
Mhm.
but there's a lot of it that was staked. And a lot of it is either staked for like a year plus that like Celsius just made the move, or it's in ETH 2.0, which won't unstake until the merge and everything
Yeah,
else happens. So, what if Celsius is a liquid?
and yeah, well, so once ETH dipped below 2K, roughly
Now
1%,
all of the collateral of everything has been.
well, 1% moved to exchanges, hopefully not Celsius, because, you know, they are going to be insolvent, presumably.
I mean, or not, well, who knows? Or somebody will bail them out, and then this is where
That's what you
I think
get,
that
Celsius, for taking away my rewards.
I think that the investors are buying blood low key. I think that there's a lot of accumulation of big people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a global squeeze on the retail and the poor person, and it's shown with credit cards going up. And I think we're going back to the macro that we didn't go through at the beginning that we normally do. But the macro, after we've discussed all these actual developments, the macro is still awful. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the stuff in Russia, it looks like there's going to be food shortages, inflation
There
is
is.
rampant. Now they're going to
Onions.
start cutting, yeah, onions. I know. What the fuck? I want an onion ring somewhere. There's an onion shortage. You kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Gas.
yeah, and I mean, they're coming for your guns. They're coming for your private wallets.
Mm-hmm. Your
Um,
MetaMask, you
these are
know.
just facts, you know. Trudeau's coming for guns. They already took the Australians' guns. They're probably
Oh,
gonna lock down again once winter comes up and there's some COVID spikes. Like,
there's some type of meltdown in Australia recently. I just saw a
no, and
headline.
then the egg farms
It was
getting
like
hit.
70 billion